Hi there. Welcome to my studio. I just wanted to share something I was thinking about as I was reflecting on this past year that was so difficult for so many reasons for everyone. And I was thinking one of the silver linings in my life was that because as an artist, everything was canceled and shut down, I decided to make this past year, a year of professional development for myself as an artist. I wasn't teaching last year, and so I kind of went after my bucket list of people I wanted to study with, um, places I've wanted to go in the past, but the cost of traveling there and hotel and everything um, was prohibitive. And so, of course, all those things went online last year. So I did a few things. I I started with the New York Studio School, um, doing a the marathon, which was the most intense art experience I've ever had. It was, 12 to 16 hours a day of doing art and going back and forth with critiques and with the other students. And it was called Labyrinth. And for me, it was about playing with scale and thinking outside the box in many ways. So it was a great first experience. And then I also did a drawing class with Tony Ryder, and he's one of the foremost realist draftsmen in the country. And I've always wanted to take his class, even though it is completely opposite of my style ever. I just wanted to do it. And he has a school in Santa Fe. And of course, he went online this year. And so I, for the first time since art school, looked at the same model all week and worked on the same drawing. And it was really, really good for me. And I can see how it's translated into kind of my abstract expressionist figurative work. And then the last few months been studying with Fran O'Neill, who is a teacher at the New York Studio School, but she has been offering online work as well. She's an Australian artist through the Seattle Art League. So I've done an abstract and drawing, and we'll be doing a landscape work with her. And again, exactly what I needed. I feel like whatever field you're in, it's always a good thing to step back, not only reflect on what you're doing, but also just experiment in new ways. And when you are having someone say, you must do this, to me, it really takes it back to that whole arena of problem solving, which for me, that's what art always has been, is just a framework and scaffolding of taking care of problems and creating new things. And so I am very, very grateful for this time that I was able to do that. And I want to show you some of the work and some of the process. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. So one of the classes I took was a study in abstracts, and there was a lot of color mixing, which was perfect for me because I haven't done color mixing since I was in art school. So here you'll see some thumbnails, and for each assignment I did 12 thumbnail paintings. And this one is monochromatic, and the base color is Iridian green, which is just that color with kind of blue-green right in the middle there. And then whites and blacks and yellow. With all of the assignments, there were limited palette. Here's another example. And what was really good for me about this was to just experiment with how do you create composition with a limited palette. And it forces you to kind of go back to the basics of shape, value, line, without using color to make your point. So if you look down here, this one was probably the most challenging for me because I was not allowed to use white. So it was hard to get the lights and darks. And so what I did was, for this particular assignment, I really worked at pushing composition to have a lot of different ideas put down on the page. And then for my final painting for this particular assignment, I chose to put underneath this yellow. It looks white, but it's light yellow. And then I basically put a background of black, and I scratched into it to create a composition. Now this is one towards the middle of the class, and there was a little more freedom with the amount of color. But again, I'm pushing myself to really abstract some ideas that I had in terms of creating some interesting compositions. And then my final for this, when I stepped back and looked at this, I thought, oh, I've created a beetle and a caramel sundae on its side with a cherry on the top. But actually, I like this painting a lot and how it turned out. So I have others, but I just wanted to focus on a few to give you an idea of what are some things that are thinking about. Thank you for coming along on this little journey with me, and I just wanted to also announce some good news. The San Juan Museum of Art in Friday Harbor will be including 7 of my pieces, my figurative work, in their fall exhibition. So I'll have more information later. Thank you for your support, and feel free to go to my YouTube channel if you want to see more in the studio videos. Take care.